Hey guys, I have an exciting video today, and if you hear any construction noises or birds in the background, well, it's because I was too excited to wait to film. And it's because I got this really awesome package from Amazon, so let's just open it on up and see what we have. Oh, wait, safety first. Close those scissors. Oh, I think I know what this is. Yes, bubbles! They came in! Now I have something to play with. I'll be so entertained. Oh, it looks like they added some extra packaging to protect my bubbles. Wonder what this black case is. Let's get this box on out of the way there. Oh, look at... what? Are these... it is! It's the Ohuhu Markers! Oh, I'll be so entertained I won't need these bubbles anymore. Let's get this plastic packaging on off this beautiful marker case. Oh, I didn't... Look at these beautiful Ohuhu Markers. Oh wait, we can't just open them like normal. No, gotta add a little finesse. Yeah. So fancy. Ooh, ah. Are we ready for the reveal? Oh, what beautiful markers. I'm so excited about these. So the first thing we have in here is just this little sheet to protect your desk or other side of your notebook. Very handy. A little bent, but I'll try and flatten that out. And another thing we have in here is this special offer little card with an FAQ on the back. Also very helpful information. And of course we have the extra special marker babies. I'm so excited to use these brush markers, so we should get on into that part of the video where I start swatching them out. So it's been a hot minute since I've done a marker review video, and well, that's because I've been saving up for these Ohuhu 48 brush markers. I was really excited about their release and knew they'd come out this summer, so I was waiting and saving up, and now I got them. I bought them off of Amazon, and I'm so excited about them. So here I'm just swatching these markers. I'm using the chisel end, of course, so nothing too different and exciting yet with the brush nib. But I like the chisel nib on these markers. It is a little bit not as rounded, so I guess it's squarer is the best way to describe it. And I kind of like that because I feel like I can get more straight or graphic looking lines, like geometric lines. That's the word I'm looking for. I will show off the chisel nib in close-up later in the video. But as I'm swatching these out, most of these colors seem to match their cap, and I was happy about that. I also like the range of colors that are in this set. I feel like it gives me enough to sort of play around with these markers. I've never used Ohuhu before, but wanted to wait for their brush markers to use them for the first time, and I so far have really liked them. I'm considering getting a bigger set in the future. We'll see. And after I finished that swatch page, I thought it was weird. They didn't give me a swatch card, and then I found it in the bottom of the bag. So yeah, I did all those swatches and didn't have to. But yeah, I decided to compare the cards to figure out, hey, are my swatches close to theirs? And for the most part, they match, although their rainbow order is different than mine, which is fine. But most of the lighter colors looked different in person that compared to the card. The card shows them a lot lighter than what they really come out to be, which it's workable, but it's a little annoying, in my opinion. So the next part, I just decided to compare the cap color to its actual color. Most of the colors, again, match their caps when swatched out. There's a couple lighter colors that were a bit different, but it's not really an issue. Most of them were close enough that this didn't really bother me. So the next part I want to talk about is this bag. And without any markers in it, you can't really have it open without it falling open. And that makes me wonder, does Ohuhu want me to store my markers like this? Most alcoholic markers and most markers in general, most companies want you to lay them horizontally so they don't dry out and so they stay nice. But Is Ohuhu trying to tell me I should store them vertically in this bag that likes to fall over? I want to know. I'm kind of interested. Do their markers work different? Who knows? Next, we're moving on to this barrel. It's a classic white barrel with the silver Ohuhu writing on it. Ohuhu art marker is what it says. On one end, it has the broad nib, which is also known as a chisel nib, and the other side is a brush nib, and they give us pictures, so we know which side is which. So, of course, on this marker, we have the code and name on the ends. This one is PB7, also known as pastel blue. I really like that the color name's on the end of the cap, but the color name is not on the barrel anywhere. So if you happen to misplace both the caps, well, good luck getting them back on the right marker. Here is a close-up of that chisel nib I had mentioned earlier. And it is not very round, which I kind of like. I was really excited about using them like this. And on the end of these caps, there's also this little notch so your markers don't roll off of your desk, because that can get annoying. And that little gray part, yeah, Copic markers have that too, and it helps designate the brush nib. Da, 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 da. Oh, it's just so pointy, and I feel like I'm gonna get fine lines with this. And spoiler alert, I did. It was really exciting. And here's one of my favorite parts of these markers. The cap fits on the other end. So I guess it helps solve that misplaced cap sort of thing that may or may not happen to you. Here's me testing out the brush marker for the first time. It lays down very nicely. Reminds me of Copic nibs, but it's a lot stiffer. I guess a lot isn't really the right word for it. It's just stiffer than a Copic marker brush nib, but it's very nice. And I was pulling the ink out to try and get this gradient effect, the little like swoosh thing, and it worked really well. I've seen videos with these markers for months from like DrawingWiffWaffles and like Lucid Neema is another one. Just a lot of people are using these and they like them, so I thought I would like them too. And as I kept using them, I didn't realize how great they were. Like, I knew they were great, but they were really impressive. So I wanted to try 3 colors next to each other to see if they blend. And so I picked this PB7, PB8, and PB9. I think PB means pastel blue, I assume. And they were supposed to be right next to each other, but they just looked so different from each other that I wasn't sure they were going to blend. And PB9 is a good example of how the cap doesn't match the color that comes out of it, and that was kind of annoying, but it was fine. So I'm just blending these 3 colors together. I really didn't think they would blend in together. I thought they would a little bit, but I wasn't expecting them to blend together so well. It's a little streaky between PB8 and PB9, but that's probably just from me not blending in enough. These markers blend together so well, and it was a really fun experience. And I knew I would like them, but I didn't know I would like them this much. It was great. So I, of course, had to try colors that weren't next to each other. So I picked Y2 and R10, and I didn't know if these would blend together or not. I just sort of thought maybe they'd like lay over each other, make sort of a weird color or something. And they do make a color, but it's not that weird. It's sort of this beautiful orange tone. And yes, I know yellow and red make orange, but I use yellow and pink because they're a little bit farther from each other. And they blended together really nicely. I'm sure if I had, again, worked at this a little bit longer, they would have blended a little more seamlessly. But this camera just doesn't do it justice how well this blending looks in real life. It's fantastic. And because of that, I need to try 2 other colors, P4 and G5, a purple and green. I didn't expect these 2 to work well together. This is another cap that doesn't really match the actual color. But the cap fits on the other end, which kind of makes up for that. So blending these colors together, I didn't think they'd blend at all. I had low expectations. And Ohuhu blew it out of the water. It makes this beautiful sort of bluish tone. I can't even describe this color. It's a gorgeous color that these 2 markers blended together and made. And I was so impressed by this blending. Like, again, I knew I would like it, but I didn't know I'd like it this much. And at some point, one of my markers just sort of spewed out a little ink. Only happened once, though, so Maybe that was me. Blending though? Ugh. A+ to these markers. This ink is amazing. Moving on from that, here's just a couple of the colors. Most of them were not scratched off. A few of them were a little scratched, and it's a little annoying, but it's not a big deal. So as I'm showing you the close-up of these colors, yes, that is my desk, and it is well loved and beat up. I was really impressed by these markers though, and can't wait to use them more. And in this video, I'm not going to be doing drawing with them, because there's a specific video I've been waiting to get these markers for to be able to make. So stay tuned for that next video featuring the Ohuhu brush markers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, I guess. Subscribe if you want to, watch other videos if you want to. Have an awesome day. And if you happen to not have gotten the chance to get these Ohuhu markers yet, I recommend them. Fully. They are fantastic. So next time they're available wherever you live, I really recommend getting them. Have a great day, guys. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye! If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Do you want to see more shenanigans? Then check out these suggestions on your screen. Thanks so much for watching. Check back soon for some more shenanigans. Bye!